Hello and welcome to episode 16 of the Late Shifts. I am Dan, the incredibly
Okay,
confused and unrealistically disappointed
what are
fantasy.
you talking about? We Here's what I was gonna say from the get-go. We made the playoffs in a season where you threw away your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and what's it say, the seventh round pick? I mean, come on. You're playing with house money at that point.
Okay. We have lots to get to, but first I just want to take you through what happened this week. So Justin Fields did his thing. He carried us.
As he does.
27 points.
Can't
Christian
argue with
McCaffrey
that.
did his thing. He carried us.
That's what you get from a first round pick.
I ended up starting Tyler Bass because I picked up Brett Maher and I was about to start him. And then I was like watching the game and I was like, that field looks beautiful. I'm going to lose my mind if Tyler Bass outscores Brett Maher. There isn't snow to be found. And to be fair, for the first three quarters, it was beautiful. And if it had been switched, the Miami kicker got 1,000,000 points. And so, and they put up how many points is this game? 32 points or whatever. So like, I don't feel like it was the wrong choice. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
So that's fine. The Dallas defense, I guess Jacksonville's just good now.
I mean, I was thinking I should have been on the bandwagon still. I hopped off too early.
Yeah.
I always do that. I always get off one stop too early.
I know, but Dallas overall didn't play bad.
No.
Stupid return yards. And you can't complain about this score.
Yeah. Foreshadowing on that, I was loving all of the Dallas fan comments, like when the Vikings were down to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And like Dallas fans were just going crazy. And then they get beat by Jacksonville.
I know.
How great is that?
This next week is going to be fascinating if Jalen Hurts plays. And if he doesn't, it's still fascinating.
I mean, it's at this point, they're locked into that first round. I mean, there's no way that they don't get the bye.
Yeah, I agree.
There is so much more chance for the Vikings to lose a game and drop down into the 3 spot. They're not going to get up into the 1 spot.
Yeah.
And I mean, Philadelphia has the one spot no matter what happens.
Yeah, totally agree. Anyway, the only other positive here is Peoples-Jones got in the end zone. If it wasn't for that, this would have been a fairly disappointing game from him. Njoku had that stat line.
But Cleveland did win, which we called, right?
Cleveland did win, which we did call. And he had an end zone target that Watson just missed him. So it could have been a better stat line overall. This one kills me. 0.9 points from Foreman against Pitt. Like, how does that happen?
I mean, he got 10 rushing attempts.
He had at least one red zone from the one that he got like -1 on. Same thing with Jamal Williams. He had like 3 carries from inside the 5.
No, I remember seeing that text from you.
So, I felt like we were pretty much done from after, when was my last game here? Like Sunday afternoon? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But see, my team may have choked, but his team choked harder.
Wait, you actually won? You won with that?
Patrick Mahomes put up 37 points.
You
did it? Marquise Brown, Devontae Adams, Zonovan Knight, Taylor got hurt. Rachaad White did nothing. Dickerson did the same thing as Tyler Bass, and New England couldn't carry it. I hate fantasy football.
It's so dumb, isn't it? Like, and thinking about it from like Caleb's perspective, he has a good team all year long. It comes to playoff team and it just implodes. Like Devontae Adams, you think normally he puts up less than 5 points, even against New England? Like, Yeah.
Like he had one game
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. He could have had that LA Rams game and he would have beaten you.
yeah. Or Taylor could have not gotten hurt on the first play of the game.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
If he doesn't make the trade for Jonathan Taylor, he wins.
I was thinking about that, given that the Jonathan Taylor injury happened right at the playoffs. I'm like, was that actually a good trade? Like, I know the other team didn't make the playoffs, right?
Okay. No, the other team wasn't it who was it?
It was Jaden. Jaden traded Justin Taylor.
Who do you
for
think
Jonathan Taylor?
Who do you think we're playing next week?
No, he did make the playoffs.
Where? Hold on. Look at this. How do let's see. Not only did he make the playoffs, but he beat the number 2 seed. So we get to go up against this team because Trevor Lawrence is out of his mind. AJ Brown is out of his mind. And he got just enough with Pollard. And
literally, yes. If he had Jonathan Taylor instead of Pollard, he would have lost.
Yeah. It was a
How does that work? Fantasy football is so dumb.
It's so dumb.
Trading Tony Pollard for Jonathan Taylor comes around to bite you. That's
and he started Conklin over Waller, and he still won. Fantasy football is so dumb. So anyway.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Oh man.
I don't.
So what are the rest of the matchups left then?
Here, let's go.
Oh gosh.
So we had the quarterfinal. So number 1 seed will play the 4 seed.
Okay.
I believe, is that how it works? Like, it's not really clear from here.
Well, yeah, if it's a bracket, because they don't look at the seeds, right?
Right. I would think it would be the 1 and 8 versus the 4 and 5, bracket wise.
Yeah.
So these two should play. And then us two will play.
And then the 6 and 7.
Yeah, buddy.
Wait, you would have lost against every other person, right?
Every other person.
Even the guy that scored 93?
Yep.
This is so dumb.
I was so ready to be done with this.
Oh man, I went into it thinking, because you didn't say anything good about it, so I was just like, oh good, we'll be able to like just talk about our picks like the next weeks, and no, we'll have to go through at least one more week. All right.
I'll have to see if I can find the like moment by moment, but I remember watching the New England game and they got that stupid defensive touchdown because I had allowed hope to rekindle where I was like, no one's scoring points. I'm still winning. I'm up by a lot. This could go well. And then sack, interception, defensive touchdown. They went from 1.75 points to 12 in one play. Pretty much. Like it was a sack and then the interception touchdown. I was like, oh my gosh, if I lose, because their defense puts up 300,000 points.
Right.
So
wow.
I don't know how we're ever gonna like with this team.
Oh, it doesn't matter though, man.
So
because you've made it to the semifinals with this garbage roster that we've churned every single week. We're putting in like max waiver claims every week.
Where is it? Where's the waiver claims? Oh, it doesn't show here. Come on.
Oh,
where are the standings?
Oh yeah, you got to see like who had the most waivers.
47, baby.
47. If you're not churning, you're not winning.
Oh man.
So 47.
Okay.
And this guy is
I
37.
mean, what you got to do is get good players on your team and then get them off your team, then get them back on your team and get
What
them
you
off.
got to do is you got to get a guy on and off your team at least 3 times in a season, and else you're not doing it right.
All right, so I think we got to swing for the fences in order to win this next week.
Yes, we do.
And so what I'm thinking is we start Justin Fields.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you have to.
I feel like
And this is where I think weather actually helps him,
yeah,
because then he doesn't have to throw the ball to that terrible wide receiver crew.
he needs 200 yards over the next 3 games rushing to break Lamar Jackson's rushing record. And so like they're going to try and give him that.
And that's after having like not run him at all in like the first quarter of the season.
Yeah, and he missed a game or two like
Right.
whew. All right, so the question is, what is the ceiling play this week? It's definitely Fields, it's definitely McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Like
I like Williams against Carolina, actually.
okay. I'm not against it.
I think he'll get goal line work there.
Yeah, this terrifies me.
Yeah, I don't like that. Well, I mean, with what he did, and I know we've talked about Detroit, but like their defensive line, it can be decent. I think they're getting better.
Well, their cornerback room is just so bad that
Right.
they give up so many passing touchdowns. You don't like
Exactly. I mean, that
gonna put up
overall,
points.
that's where their defense is.
Yeah, it just this scares me.
Yeah, I would agree.
Here's the crazy thing I think might happen. I think if Jeff Wilson plays, we might have to go back to the well. Because before he got hurt, he had 4 rushes for 26 yards in like the first series. So
Yeah.
if he's good, he might be the play.
And I do like that matchup against Green Bay too.
Yeah, agreed. I don't think Pickens, like, he's just not getting enough targets.
No.
Like 5, but like 2 receptions, it's just scary.
Yeah.
Maybe if like Pickett is coming back, maybe that's the play because like he's getting bombs.
Right.
But I think better than him would be to go to the waiver wire and grab like Zay Jones or Jahan Dotson.
Yeah. Get
I
him.
think,
Did you have him on your team earlier? You did.
yeah, I did. He
That's
put up
right.
18 this week. I would feel better about playing him in like a must-win scenario for Washington than Pickens. And he's looked good in the end zone. So
Yeah.
I feel like he's kind of a ceiling play. Same with Zay Jones. Like he's on fire right now.
Which, yeah, I mean, he's got him and Trevor Lawrence are literally like on the exact same page.
Well, and it would mitigate the fact that I'm going up against Trevor Lawrence. And so
That's
like
true. If he throws,
is that the play we want to do to try and mitigate, or do we need to swing like higher fences and say our hope is that Trevor crashes and burns and Zay Jones with him and swing for a different, you know what I mean?
Well, if we had a better option, I would say no. But with Zay Jones being what he is, I think we got to try for it.
Okay, so you feel better about Zay Jones than Jahan Dotson?
Just because Trevor Lawrence is proving that he can't be stopped even against the Cowboys defense.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the other question. Like, I feel like we have to stick with the Cowboys against Philly, right?
Yeah.
Even if,
well, especially with Hurts like having a shoulder issue.
Right.
We don't know if he's. Yeah, I think you have to keep rolling the Cowboys throughout and just hope for the best.
So the question then is like, are we too double stacked with Ayuk and McCaffrey, Peoples-Jones and Njoku?
Against Washington, though, with Washington having to travel to the West Coast.
You feel good about that?
But by all means, San Francisco is looking at Minnesota and saying, we think you're going to lose you're going to lose one more game and we're going to win out and we're going to take that number 2 spot.
Yeah. Okay. I don't feel like I can bench Njoku for Cole Kmet?
No,
Like,
not especially with like New Orleans coming in. I think,
yeah, like
yeah,
Kmet's got a decent floor. But against Buffalo, like I just don't know if they're gonna give up a lot of passing stuff. There's no one else, right? Everyone
yeah,
else is hurt. But this
yeah,
week that was the case against Philly, and he only put up 4.5.
right. I don't. I think we gotta wait. We gotta keep going. I mean, Njoku's getting the targets, like you said. He got the red zone look, and that matchup against Baltimore. Obviously, there wasn't a lot of scoring overall in that game, like points wise. So,
Yeah.
I think Njoku's still the play.
Okay. And like, I don't know if it is windy here. Windy and snow. Like, are they in a dome?
In
No,
Cleveland?
Cleveland. It's at home.
No.
So, like, you were saying weather. Would we ever want to flex? Like, even one of these two? Like, is this the Jameson Williams or Jahan Dotson for Jameson Williams? You know what I mean? Like, um, I I can't start. Like, as much as it would be a fun play,
Yeah.
he put up a 0 this week.
Well, right. And he's like, I know he caught the long touchdown,
Well, and
but
they threw him one. He was wide open, and Goff underthrew him by like 15 yards.
yeah. Next year, I think, yeah, I think that's going to be amazing, but not right now.
I agree. I agree. So, anyway, if it's going to be gross out on Saturday, maybe I would feel better about a flex here.
Yeah.
In which case I should probably put in a claim for Dotson for Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
Oops, that's not how you spell it.
That's how you spell the car.
There you go. Sad day by Jameson. I've gotten too far. Yeah, so like we'll go
Yeah.
Zay Jones and Jahan Dotson and see what happens.
Yep.
Um,
And then hopefully you can roll both of them
yes,
depending on the weather situation.
and then then we can decide like how bad is it? Do we still roll Njoku or do we just go Cole Kmet?
Yeah, if it gets really bad,
Right.
but it would have to get really bad before that happens.
Yeah, well, it's too far away. We'll check it out later.
Yeah, that's a problem for another day.
All right. Well, I did pull a Dan and with my open spot pick up Pierre Strong, just in case Ramondre Stevenson, couldn't play and I could slot him in. I mean, honestly, he did better than both of the guys I would have slotted him in for. So, with 4 rush attempts. I'm telling you, this kid is juice. He's not going to get a chance, but he's got juice.
Yeah.
So, anyway, all right. Any other thoughts, or should we go to pick them?
I mean, I just want to comment. I know everyone's talked about it, but that like lateral play, that was the worst thing ever. Like, I didn't even see it happen. I just saw like there was like a botched lateral, and I thought in my mind what it was the guy like getting tackled, like trying to like shove it to somebody else like 2 feet from him, and like, oh yeah, those get broken up and then somebody returns it. No,
This was big brain.
this was, I'm gonna throw it 30 yards back to the QB.
To the quarterback.
What is he gonna do? Even if he gets it. Oh man. And then like I don't think anyone's talking of, well, maybe people are, I don't know. But is that not the like greatest moment? That's like the moment a defensive lineman like lives for. Like they see this ball coming in and they're like, I can get that. There's nobody around me for 10 yards. I can just get this. Like they get the cat. I know it's not an interception, it was technically a fumble, but like, he catches it. And then the fact that he can then just immediately truck the quarterback
So,
with no downside. Like the quarterback has to stop him.
what?
Mamie lost her polka dot scarf lining looking. I looked in the basket, but I didn't find it.
Hmm.
I didn't look in the other basket.
Okay, go look.
Anyway, that was really important, so I stopped. But just the idea of being able to like immediately just face plant the quarterback.
It was
and,
all
like,
the things that you would dream of in one moment
yes, he gets to do it all and score a game-winning touchdown.
against his.
How many
former
times
team.
does what's that?
Against his former team? He was a
Yes.
Patriot.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it's literally like the team that traded him away. He scores the winning touchdown, which a defensive lineman does not get to do very often. He gets to run down the quarterback who has to like try to stop him. And by all means, Mac Jones tried.
But I didn't find it.
Okay, I'll come help you in a minute. Okay. Here, grab your necklace. Yeah.
But yeah, that's everything right there.
I have nothing to add. It was insane, except for the fact. Okay. Except for the fact that this is Bill Belichick's best coach team in football. Situational awareness, like we drill in what everyone's supposed to do, and one lateral turns into.
Yeah.
But speaking of defensive linemen winning games,
Yes.
we both had a victory this week, and both in fashion that was incredible.
That's true.
Be it coming back from a 33-point deficit, or
33 rip.
on the back of Javon Thibodeau having the greatest game of his young career with a strip sack touchdown. You better believe I was dancing around the room going crazy.
I would expect nothing less.
I told everyone I was like, we had a young adults that night. And so I was like, all right, everyone, young adults is canceled. I ordered pizza. We're just watching football. I don't care if you care about football. I'm watching the game and I'll buy you pizza and we can hang out. And so me and three of them were watching. And I said, I shaved and we won. I can never grow a beard again until the season.
You just have to shave every game.
Yeah, I must have the cleaner my face, the better the Giants do.
Perfect.
And then one of them was like, well, didn't they lose games while you had a beard? And I was like, shut up. I didn't get to watch those games live at the studio. It was different. So
Perfect.
anyway,
I fully support you canceling young adult night for that.
it wasn't technically we met.
Yeah, I know. But like whatever else might have happened, you canceled that. You're like, no, we're watching the game. That's it.
I would have been useless just on my phone. Like,
Oh yeah, you would have been like looking, oh, what's that? Yeah, oh, great. Yeah, it's like it was like those stupid ads where like the people scream like touchdown during like a wedding ceremony.
yes, I'd have been like, sure, the Book of Lucifer sounds interesting. It's probably included.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh man. All right.
It would've been
Well,
great.
I'm excited that we get to film at least a small live mini episode on Thursday. Our Christmas episode.
Yeah.
And
Christmas?
it might just be a 5-minute, hi, we're in the same place. We're watching football. This is stupid. We're gonna watch a movie instead.
Yeah, exactly. That's
But
pretty much how it'll go.
you'll have to wait and see. Our dear listener.
Yeah.
Because now it is time to choose.
Oh, we gotta come back too.
We did so good until here, and we started to go downhill. This game was crazy,
Yeah, I mean we can't. Yeah,
but the ones that hurt us were this one and this one.
yeah. I legit thought we picked Arizona.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, that's right. No, we did pick Arizona. I thought we picked against Arizona for some reason.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Well, whatever. It's a bad week. We can come back.
yeah. So here's the group picks for that week. It wasn't horrible. I guess we only went down 2 to the top one to
Okay.
the medium ones, but it was those 2 games really that did it for
What
us.
is T-17 doing?
I think they're going down. They're counting down till blast off. So listen.
Does T stand for torpedoed?
The fact is, we let G-Mom, Schmuckamula, and Colt
Yeah,
get up on us. Right? It doesn't matter what T-17 is.
that's the only win that a Colt had this
Oh.
past week.
Oh man. So we're still
Okay,
tied.
we're still tied for first still.
It's anybody's game, right?
Yeah, anybody's game except for T-17.
Yeah. Bethany was so mad that the Patriots game, like both those games went that way. She's like, I should be there. That should be me at the top. This is stupid.
See, now she's getting that real feel for fantasy football, and I know she plays fantasy football as well. That's not, but
she beat me in the other league. Just for everyone's record. My team got riddled with injuries because I had, Kyle Pitt, all the same players, right?
yeah,
But she had Mahomes, Waddle, Henry, Kittle, and Pat Fryermuth did nothing.
yeah,
I just got housed.
yeah. Not much you can do.
Even
Fair.
if I started Kirk, I don't think I could have won. So anyway.
No, that would have been 19 now.
All right, so let's make
That's
our
okay. It's okay. Pick'ems.
Yeah, who cares about that league?
Yeah, we've never talked about that league at all.
All right. How do I make my picks? This is too hard.
This is week 16. Can't remember how to do it. Perfect.
Week 17 overview. Nope.
You've never had a problem with this until now.
Here we
I
go.
think
There we
it's
go.
the beard.
All right. You want to? I think I go first this time.
Okay, yeah, you go first.
This is a horrible game. Man, can Jacksonville continue on their tear, or are the Jets on a short week going to put an end to Trevor Lawrence's stardom?
Well, they couldn't stop Detroit, but to be fair, nobody really can right now.
This one is kind of dependent on whether I think ETN is healthy. I think if he's not going to play or not going to be 100%, then the Jets can bottle them up, make them one-dimensional.
Yeah.
But I don't have that information right now. Also,
You got to make the pick now.
So I'm gonna stay in the Flames with Jacksonville 100% because I think Zach Wilson is starting again, and he had a good game last week, which means he's gonna dumpster fire.
Yep. That's the way they do it. I'm going to bank on Chicago's defense just being abjectly terrible again and taking Buffalo.
Smart. I think Cleveland's starting to get rolling here, and New Orleans feels like they're doing the opposite. So I'm gonna go with Cleveland at home.
This feels really weird because I'm on the fence.
Dude,
Like, Houston's got some guys that are playing. I'm not convinced Tennessee does.
I'm not against an underdog pick here. Like,
You know what? I'm doing it. I'm rolling Texans.
I like it.
They're going to do it. Tennessee is like, they're down the tubes. They're trying to get their coach fired or something, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, but like, I don't hate the pick. So,
Like 5 weeks ago, I probably wouldn't have made that pick, but Tennessee's been bad.
no, yeah. Listen, it just takes one game. Look at my fantasy team one day.
That's right.
All right. No. Seattle, no, you're not. No.
Yeah, not against Kansas City.
Nope.
Now,
Here's the game of the week. What do you
yeah,
What's the right thing? How do you make
here's
it?
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play the game within the game, and I'm gonna pick Giants. I don't know. It's a double bluff, but I don't know which way.
I think Minnesota should win this game. And I'm not confident they can.
You know what? I'm right there with you.
We have no one that can cover Justin Jefferson. But you guys have no one that can stop anyone on our defensive line.
Well, but that's the point, because Justin Jefferson put up over 200 yards against Detroit, and that didn't matter.
That's right.
They still lost by double digits. I think it was double digits. I don't.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. This is going to be the Saquon puts the team on his back kind of game. So we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, I could see it. They have so much trouble guarding. Like, they can't pick up running backs coming out of the backfield. And that's literally what Saquon does best.
You should have seen how happy I was when Saquon lined up as a wide receiver for one snap and they threw him the ball. I literally was dancing, going, they did it. They lined him up. They did the thing.
Yeah, isn't it fun when they take advantage of like their team's own strengths?
Like, we have no wide receivers, but we have this running back who can catch the ball. Let's run it up the middle. God.
Running backs only get the ball out of the backfield, see? We don't run the ball unless it's with a running back, and we don't pass the ball unless it's to a wide receiver.
I listened to a little bit of a football podcast today where they were talking about this game, and they were like, was the reffing good? No, it wasn't. Was it a good ending because of that? No, not fair. Wasn't good. Reffing was atrocious. But the fact is, Washington had a lot more to lose. Their team's objectively good and is like, this is their playoff window. The Giants were expected to maybe be the worst team in the league this year. If they make the playoffs, which they probably will now, that's just icing on the cake, baby. They haven't even started their window. And so let's go.
I love it. That's some great optimism right there.
I think this is the kind of Giants team I want to root for. The one I have no expectations. I think they probably deserve to not be where they are, but they're doing it. They're doing the Dan Campbell. They're going to knock us down and we're going to bite their ankles. They're going to knock us down and we're going to take a pound of flesh from their knees and we're going to get back up. All right. Cincinnati here. After that New England game, I don't think Belichick can pull himself out of this. It's a spiral.
Will he play Jacoby Myers
ever again?
Well, like, is he going to be like, no, you don't do that. You're gonna go in, you're gonna sit on the bench.
You might bench him and Ramondre Stevenson, who threw the first lateral.
Yeah.
Both of you.
But the fact is like Ramondre Stevenson's was actually like a little bit. I mean, like, he got a bunch of yards and he's thinking like, okay, we could keep going with this. Like, I've gotten like 20, 30 yards.
Yes.
I didn't expect to get to this point. Maybe something can happen. His, I can at least admit was, was it a great move?
Yeah.
No, but it was better than what Jacoby did.
Yeah, and he is also the one who was like, my bad, it was my fault. And everyone's like, no, it wasn't. Not your fault.
Yeah, you didn't tell Jacoby, hey, guess what? Throw it 30 yards backwards to the quarterback.
Oh, my God.
No. Anyway, we're going to keep rolling Detroit.
Yep, let's go. I want them to make the playoffs so bad. Like, I know they're in your division. I know, like, you know, it would be better if they didn't, but like, oh man, I want it so bad.
No, this is okay. I want them to win games at this point so that they can't. I want their draft picks to be worse.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
at this point, let them make the playoffs.
Great.
We'll see what happens.
It's just fun now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let's go.
We've won the division.
Atlanta sucks.
That's all we need to say about that.
Lamar
one.
might be back this game, but Atlanta really sucks.
Does it matter though?
No, it doesn't. Atlanta's
It doesn't.
Desmond Ritter threw 12 passes. That was the other option. Do we pick up Drake? Drake London had 10 targets for like 6 fantasy points.
It's so bad.
I mean, do we go back to the well, baby?
Yeah. We didn't learn our lesson from Kyle Pitts at all. We need more of this Atlanta passing game. They get like 140 yards every week. Yeah, San Francisco.
Yep.
They are as stacked as anyone right now. And I don't think Brock Purdy is going to be doing this in the playoffs. But right now in the regular season, they're rolling.
Yep.
Shanahan's amazing.
This game's hard. Because if Hurts doesn't play, Dallas is the obvious call.
Right.
If Hurts plays, Philadelphia feels like the obvious call, even though they weren't favored.
Right.
Dallas is at home. So because Hurts is probably not playing, I got to go with the money line.
That's fair. That's fair. I hate Pittsburgh right now. I hate them. I don't think they're good at all. I don't think they can do anything. I'm going to take Vegas. They're running high after that win over New England. Probably shouldn't have had it. But guess what? They did, and I think they'll do it again.
Yeah, Devontae Adams is going to do something stupid.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to go finish when we're done here watching the Green Bay game, but there's no chance I choose them over Miami because they look terrible. I watched Aaron Rodgers airmail a ball to Allen Lazard for an interception, like 10 yards over his head downfield. Like, they just look bad.
His contract was for 3 years, right?
Sure, might as well be an eternity. At least it's no Russell Wilson, but it's not good.
Yeah, they didn't have to give up multiple first rounders for him. Yeah, speaking of that, I think Baker Mayfield, I think he's going to keep Los Angeles rolling.
Brett versus Baker, baby. Brett versus.
How is Denver favored in this one?
Because they don't have to play Russell Wilson. They're playing so much better with Brett Rippin at quarterback.
True. But I'm gonna take the Rams.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Denver bit us last week. I don't think they can do it again.
No, they couldn't win again.
Speaking of not being able to do anything, I know Tampa looks terrible, but Arizona looks worse. And Kyler, I don't think is coming back.
No.
And so they might be on their like third string guy because Trace McSorley's hurt. Like, if Tom Brady loses to a third string quarterback, I think the universe is going to cease to exist. And like, we're going to have a reverse, big bang, and everything's going to implode on itself. So,
well, hopefully Tampa Bay wins then.
Yeah. Otherwise, well, we're done.
Otherwise, all gone. And how does Indianapolis come back? How do they play any of their other games? Like, how?
They could have just kneeled and done equally poorly.
Yeah, they could have punted on first down every time and been like, you know what? Yeah, we'll take the Chargers on this one.
Yeah. All right. Well, feels good. We picked
Yeah.
5 underdogs. That feels about right.
I think that's the right amount. Yeah.
This is gonna be the one. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't know. But we'll see.
It feels like a pick 'em. So
It feels like that's literally the game.
well, what'll happen is Mike McCarthy will let you down.
Oh,
Because anytime you put faith in Mike McCarthy, he's always going to disappoint.
ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Well, I got
Yeah,
nothing
I mean-
else.
What's that?
Said I got nothing else.
No, nothing else to be said, really. So
Except that we'll see you back later this week for a special Christmas episode. of
that's
the-
right.
So tune in at the end of Advent for a special Christmas treat.
Or whenever Dan remembers to upload it.
Sure, it could be 2023 at this point.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be next year.
That would just be a late shift in our schedule.
Oh, bringing it home. Love
All
it.
right, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.